Now let's take a moment for this Sprite ice-cold keys to the game. Now, Clark, as you take a look at the Hornets, what do you think will be the key for them?
Well, J.R. Smith is someone they definitely can't sleep on. He's a sniper from outside, so you better crowd him, get into him, or he'll pick you apart from deep.
And Clark, since we're talking about the keys, what about Denver? What's the key for them?
How they deal with Chris Paul is going to be very important. The NBA hardwood is one of the few places where stealing is encouraged, and he's the master. If you get casual with the ball around him, he'll pick your pocket.
Here's Smith. Still can't get it to fall. And it's the Hornets with the ball. This is the second outing of the season against the Nuggets.
A team they handled all right in their last meeting. Solid play down low, controlled the boards. That's helped out a lot.
The shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. Clark, it seems like a lot of these games come down to that one stat. Can you get a rebound? Can you take away the opportunity for a putback?
Well, you're right, Kevin. That's exactly right. If you're a guy that is a monster down there, you don't have to score. You don't have to block shots. You'll have a spot on any team if you grab rebounds and gobble up boards.
That was your mantra when you played, was it?
Well, that was one of them, yes, sir.
Anthony with it, following the Hornets miss.
That's his first personal foul, first team foul.
He completes the three-point play. He was a national champion at Syracuse. He's been in the All-Star game. He's played for the Olympic team. What a terrific litany of success for Carmelo Anthony.
And you know, Kevin, you cannot have that kind of success unless you have tremendous offensive ability. He is a premier scorer in the NBA.
He gets them both. It's stolen by the Hornets.
It's hard to make a pinpoint pass from that far away. He couldn't get a hold of it.
That's his second personal foul, second team foul.
Anderson is in at center. Good for the three-point play. Smith with it. What a tremendous game he played against the Clippers. Here's Anthony. Gets it to go. 5 points in the game.
He's just so gifted offensively. He's a tough guy to match up with.
Grant nails it from close range.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
The steal by Grant.
You have to play smart with the ball in your hands. Great D leads to easy offense.
To Smith, uncovered, and that one's good.
You've got to close out on that mid-range jump shot. He's extremely deadly from there.
Now Paul, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Here's Grant, rebounded by Anthony.
What more can he ask for? Came up against very little defensive resistance, then boxed the layup.
And here is Billups, defended by Paul. Shoots from the post, and Billups gets it to go. Now Paul, right now averaging 17 points a game. Grant, covered by Smith. Peja gets in close.
Just like they drew it up in practice, Kevin. Sweet dish inside.
Seems like every level of basketball, Carmelo Anthony has been a success. In his high school, the 1 year at Syracuse, a national champion, freshman of the year in college basketball. He's not missed a beat since coming to the NBA.
Yeah, and he's got the full package. He has everything you want in a forward. He can shoot it, he can drive it, he can post you. I think the strongest part of his game, Kevin, quite honestly, is his ability to post up. With his strength and his quickness, he really puts defenders in a pickle when he decides to go down in that low post.
He should do it
get
more.
to work. I think so. I think so. He should just suck. Wow!
Now Paul. 1:41 left in the first. To Armstrong. Pick by Okafor. Shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
You look at where they really impacted the flow in this one, and it was in getting a hold of the loose balls and taking advantage of the lack of ball control at the other end of the court.
Here's Paul. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead him to the rack.
Easy look in the paint. The defense got abused there.
The Nuggets trail. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Life worth it? Why should I not just force it? Because it's up vacations in suburbs. My skin's bleeding, in your Christmas sleeping. I'm cheating, understand and forgive. One gave hand, others believe and achieve. Know your care for vacation. Trust is also my position. Plus there's not enough production. Who bounce to enjoy the sun without fun? I can't choose. It's too hard to satisfy. Everybody gets the dolly, dolly, got your life a liar.
Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. You look at the Nuggets, leading the league in scoring. Definitely the most high-powered running gun offense in the league. The fans love it.
They score the ball so well and so quickly because they play with great freedom. I mean, everybody is confident in each other. They know the coaches are giving them the green light. As long as it's a good shot, you're free to take it at any time. And that's how they play. Full throttle all the time with a lot of freedom. Tough miss. They got a good look, just couldn't capitalize.
Grant got a hand on it, got the stop thanks to the block by Allen. Here's Smith, nails the easy jumper. 5 points in the game.
Kevin, this has really been a competitive, fun game.
Back to the inside, kisses it off the glass and in.
I tell you what, Kevin, both teams have been on a tear. This could be a very high-scoring game.
To Smith, fires the three, gets the bucket.
He's really been efficient in the quarter so far. I love the way he's looking for his offense.
J.R. Smith.
Grant. The Nuggets with the slight lead.
Well, Kevin, what can you say? They played terrific offensively. If I had to point out an area for improvement, it would be on the offensive glass. They need somebody to get in there, mix it up, and come away with a few extra possessions.
We've reached the end of the first, and it's a barn burner. Still close, though, 19-17. All right, the first quarter had a lot of good action. I think we'll be in for some more here in the second. Now Paul. And for next Friday, be sure to tune in. It'll be Joe Johnson and the Atlanta Hawks. The Boston Celtics come into town. Start time, 7:30 Eastern.
I think it'll be fun.
Dunked in by Okafor.
Too easy. Far too easy.
Substitutions on the court.
And so here is Denver. Kmart backs in. The turnaround Jay, no good. And New Orleans will take it the other way. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
I think they fell short on the defensive side of the ball at that end of the floor. I think had they played a little tougher, a more cohesive game when they didn't have the orange, they would have had a bigger game than they did.
And so here is Denver, following the score by New Orleans. Nice shot by Smith.
He can't be stopped. He's having a party out there.
New Orleans in the lead. Here's Grant. Sinks it. He's got 15. Smith with it. 11 points in the game. And here is Billups. Stolen away by Grant. Lays it in off the breakaway. And so here is Denver. 6-point game. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand.
That was an explosive move there to blow past his man for the dunk. That one's for the highlight reel.
Smith hits the tray. He's shooting 75% from downtown. And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Breaking the action, so right now let's take a look at how the standings are as we go out west in the Western Conference after half the season has been played. Taking a look at Denver. Here in the middle of the regular season, they've been able to get the 4th best record in the conference. And of course, the New Orleans Hornets, 3 games behind.
You know, I think in the second game of a back-to-back, it's always important to get off to a good start, and also you have to make sure that you utilize your reserves a little more than normal.
Here's Grant, drops it in on the layup. 21 points in the game.
He's owned this quarter. Everything's going his way at the offensive end.
Billups backs him down. Here's Martin. Chris Paul grabs the miss.
The defense read the scouting report, and they're going to sag off of him. He's just not a threat from out there.
Coming up next Friday, we'll see Kobe Bryant and the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll take on the 76ers at the Wachovia Center. Tip-off time, 7 o'clock Eastern.
It'll be fun to watch.
Here comes Billups. Last time out, he had 38 points. Anthony drains it for 3. 10 points for him.
That's simply what a superstar does. He can make the most difficult plays look silky smooth.
Here's Paul, connects from in close.
That's unselfish team basketball right there, Kevin.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Who are the league's best setup artists? Let's check it out. Well, you look at Billups, 3rd in assists and a great leader.
Simply put, he is a superlative dime dropper. He wants to set his teammates up so they can score. As a matter of fact, he gets more enjoyment out of an assist than he does out of a basket for himself. That's the kind of leadership you like. A guy who wants to make other people look good by scoring the ball.
Grant gets the reach-in call. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Ripped away.
He got caught napping. You've got to pay attention and protect the field.
To Armstrong. Up high and down hard.
There's high percentage shots, and then there are 100% shots. That's as close as it gets right there.
Grant is tagged with the reach. That's his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. He knocks down the first one. Gets them both. And here are the Hornets now. 6-point lead. Here's Grant. Too much mustard on that one.
That was a judgment call. He took a quick shot there, but I thought it was a pretty...
That's his first personal foul. 13 foul. Anthony shooting 1.
He completes the 3-point play. And here's New Orleans now. It's a 3-point game. Grant, no luck. Now Denver takes it the other way. Another steal.
And you look at what they've done, or rather what they haven't done, it's hold on to the ball. They've had 4 turnovers already this quarter.
And it goes out of bounds.
Hornets
Last
ball.
touch by the Nuggets.
Substitutions on the court.
Some adjustments here for the Nuggets. On defense, the Nuggets. They trail by 3. Slammed down by Armstrong. He's got 6. Clark, and this can't continue to be the story for them. You can't convert if you're handing over the ball.
Well, without question, Kevin, you're exactly right. They've had a tough time getting into their offensive flow here because they've turned it over too much.
The Nuggets trail. Down low. Here's Allen. Hits. Nice pass, leading into the bucket. Nice bucket by the 9th-year veteran out of Villanova.
Excellent anticipation there, Kev. He placed that pass perfectly. Great assist on that basket. He's seeing the floor well, and he's making some beautiful passes.
Grant is whistled for reaching in. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first one.
They're much more aggressive than in the first quarter. They're getting to the line.
Substitutions on the court.
Smith with it. 16 points for him. Allen backs down. It's rebounded by Paul. And it's the Hornets with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Grant. Dunks it down with one hand. He's got 23.
Boy, what a tough competitor, partner. He's still contributing even with the injury.
Grant gets called for the reach, and that's his 4th foul of the game. And due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
He knocks down the first one.
Kevin, where do we start when we talk about Chauncey Billups? I tell you what, he has been a turnaround specialist in Denver. Leadership.
Substitutions on the court.
Here's the Nuggets with the ball. A 2-point game. Grant to tie it up.
That was his to make, but he let the defense bother him. Can't do that on those lay-ins. You got to concentrate and finish.
Billups to the left. Here's Allen, and it's tied up.
These clubs have been lighting up the scoreboard all game long.
Grant covered by Smith. Here's Stojakovic. Off target for 3.
You can't fault that shot since he was wide open, but he may have rushed it just a little bit.
To Lawson. Carmelo. A little long, but it goes in.
Again, they retake the lead. Incredible momentum swing. Neither team wants to give an inch.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. Now let's check out some scores from yesterday's action. It's a road victory for the Miami Heat, so the Wizards dropped that game. It was success for the Nets on the road, and a loss for the Golden State Warriors. It was the Hawks taking the win in Atlanta, the Charlotte Bobcats with the loss. And back to the game we go.
It's always a pleasure to watch a great shooter go to work. Give him a little elbow room, and it's automatic.
Denver calls timeout. Let's go over to Cheryl Miller, who has a report from her conversation with George Karl.
Thanks, Kev. He told him it's time to turn it up a notch. He said there's plenty of time to rest later. Right now, I want you to go all out. Kev?
All right, thanks, Cheryl. Here's Smith. Hangs and hits. He's got 21.
That's a nice double clutch move there on the layup.
Now Paul. 11 points in the game. To the free throw line. Paul. It's good.
His agility and soft touch really paid off there. Not many players could have laid that in.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Leads him in. Here's Smith. Goes up. And he recovers the ball. Terrific deep by Peja. To Diagu. No luck. Now Denver takes it the other way. Dumps it off. Here's Anthony. The bucket was set up with the dish by Billups. And that gives him a double-double. The Hornets trail. Diagu laid in softly off the glass.
That's exactly the way you practice it. Hit the open man for the great look.
We've got a tie ball game on our hands. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. Anderson is in at center. Smith with it. 21 points in the game. Here's Anderson. Lays it in. Sweet time to lead into the rack.
Great vision on display there. The pass led him perfectly to the basket. That's how you do it.
Diagu. Here's Grant on the paint. Kept alive. To Peja to take the lead. No good.
Another miss, and his shooting percentage continues to go south.
Smith. Oh! Rips it down with one hand. 23 points in the game.
My goodness gracious, Kevin. That's got to be the dunk of the night. No question about it.
Here's Diagu, and that one's good.
That's a strong finish inside. That's where you want to work your magic, Kevin.
The Nuggets call timeout here and take their last 22nd timeout. They're winning by 2. 1:40 left in the fourth. The pass cut off by Grant.
And Kev, that's only his first giveaway for the game.
And here is Billups. 12 points for him. Smith up top. Now Allen. He's against Okafor. Allen, that's good. He's done a great job, Clark, of controlling the ball.
Boy, he sure has, Kevin. I mean, focus and quality ball handling, very impressive. He's really had a positive impact on his team with that kind of work.
And here are the Hornets now.
That was a golden opportunity to knock the game up, Kevin. In the fourth quarter, you've got to execute and knock down big shots.
Stuffed it and grabs the rock. The one-man stop by Grant. Less than 1 minute left. Diagu. Count it.
Huge bucket. Man, what a game.
And here is Billups, averaging 22 points a game. Hands it off to Lawson. Here's Billups. Lays it in off the glass. And here are the Hornets now, trailing by 2. To the low block. Here's Diagu, and that one's good.
You can't allow him to establish deep position like that. Once he gets it in that close, he's almost unstoppable.
Anderson is in at center. Anthony with it. He's got 21. 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Carmelo, scooped up to Lawson. Let's go with a 3. Goes back up. Rebounded. Here's Anthony to whip the tagger. He drills the game winner.
Take it home, young fella. Take it home. What a way to end it.
The Nuggets win the hard-fought game as they outlast the Hornets 80.